Guys, guess what has been released today? We have now got access to the brand new crafter, the automatic crafter in Minecraft. We are going to go ahead and take a look at this. This is legit the only change in today's beta and preview, so all about the automatic crafter. Let's go ahead and get right into it because I am so excited, in case you can't tell. If you're wondering how you craft this, it is a relatively easy design. In order to craft it, you need 5 iron ingots, 1 dropper, 2 redstone dust, and a crafting table. This will craft you the automatic crafter. Now, the automatic crafter is it's a pretty nice block. I really like it. It looks really cool. If we go back into creative here, to use this, you can use a hopper and you can put items into it. Now, like they showed in Minecraft Live, you can disable slots to make things work a bit better. Using this hopper, if we go ahead and put all the stone into it, let's say I wanted to make stone bricks or stone stairs. Let's use stone stairs for this example. As you see, it's filling up the entire thing, and we don't want that. That's not good for us. We can't make anything with that. If we go ahead and disable these slots, and now go ahead and put in our stone, it's going to fill in the shape of a stair, and when we power it, we're going to get stairs. I also really love that when you power it, the door opens. It's like a big old mouth, and it's like spitting the items. It's so funny. Now, let's say you wanted to make stone bricks. You can go ahead and rearrange these slots so that you only have these 4 available. Put in your stone, and then when you click the button, you will go ahead and get stone bricks. And you can rearrange this for pretty much any design in the game, any design that you're going to need, and this will work for any crafting recipe in the game. Now, do note, it does have to be an actual crafting recipe. I can't just chuck in a little bit of everything, hit the button, nothing's going to happen, because this block is smart, alright? It knows what is and is not a crafting recipe, so if you put in a bunch of jibber-jabber that isn't a real crafting recipe, it's not going to do anything. It's not stupid. You're not going to fool this block. Now, let's go ahead and talk about how it reacts with comparators. So this thing can only give out a redstone signal of 9, okay? So I have 10 redstone lamps set up here to show you this. If I fill this thing all the way up, items in every single slot, I will get a signal up to 9. It will not go past 9. Now, this gets power based on how many slots are used. So if I remove an item from a slot, you're going to lose a redstone signal. If I remove 2 more, we're going to lose 2 more. And if I just angle my camera, you can see the last few lights there. As I remove a slot, the light is going to tick on down until there is nothing left. Now, what's really interesting about this, though, is when you disable a slot, it's going to count as powering a light. So when I disable one, it's going to give out a signal of 1. So it's going to count as if that slot is filled, because it's going to do the exact same thing as if I only had items in the slot. So if I were to go ahead and set things up like this, and I wanted to craft, let's say I was crafting slabs, and I wanted it like this, if I was using a redstone machine, I could detect for a signal of 9, because that's what I would know. That's when I would know the machine is full, and that I would then go ahead and get my slabs. As of the how we're going to use this with redstone machines, we'll take a little bit of a deeper look into that in just a moment. That's going to be right over here. Right before we get into that, though, these are directional, so you can place them facing downwards, you can place them facing upwards, you can place them facing north, south, east, west. I know I'm not facing the right direction when saying that, but they'll go in any direction. And when they spit out items, no matter what the direction they're in, they are going to spit out the items in the direction they are facing. For instance, facing down, the items are going down, and if we go ahead and put some items in the ones facing up, they're going to spit their items straight up. So you're not going to have to worry about whether they're being directional or not and spitting out the items in the proper direction. They will go where they are intended to go. Now over here, I have 6 auto crafters set up, every single one filled up with iron to make some iron blocks. So you can go ahead and really enhance your auto crafting experience As you can see here, you can just chug out iron, real nice and easy. If we go ahead and hook up this redstone clock, it will just spit them out really nice and fast, so you don't have to really worry about anything like that. And they don't really seem to have much of a cooldown or lockdown phase, because if we go ahead and activate an observer clock, they're just going to spit out items ridiculously fast. Now, of course, once it runs out of the proper items, you are going to just start getting like nuggets and stuff. Oh, maybe not, because the items aren't in that right pattern. But if you were feeding them in, you'd start getting nuggets and stuff. But say you don't want those nuggets, which you shouldn't, they're just going to mess up your redstone. Well, we can go ahead and work around that. Now, before we show you the workaround, let's go ahead and take a look at 3 little things. So first of all, of course, you can fill these up with droppers. Setting up this observer clock here, the dropper will fill up the auto crafter, and then you're going to have to power it somehow. But when it's powered, it will... Oh. Sorry, I'm a fool. It's already being powered. I just had the wrong crafting recipe in there. I was thinking of honey for some reason. But yeah, when actually set up, it's going to fill it up with droppers, and the dropper will fill it up silently, so you won't hear any clicking when it's being filled up. And if you want the crafter to be silent when spitting out items, all you have to do is have it spit it into an inventory, whether that be a chest, a hopper, a dropper, dispenser. I'm not sure if it works with the new pot mechanics, but if you have it just spitting into a chest, it will be absolutely silent when spitting out its items. Now, there are 2 very important questions. When crafting with honey or a cake, what's going to happen to the buckets and what's going to happen to the bottles? Well, I am relieved to tell you that it will spit out the buckets or the bottles along with the honey block or the cake or whatever it is you were crafting that required a bucket or a bottle. So you don't have to worry about getting items stuck in there and having to figure out how to empty it. What's really nice about this is if you have a honey farm, you can automatically send all your honey bottles into this, have this automatically make you honey, sort out the honey block from the bottles, and then immediately send those bottles back into your honey farm, so you don't need a giant stockpile of bottles because it will automatically refill it while sorting out only the honey blocks for you. That is incredible. This block has so many possible functions that will absolutely revolutionize the way that you play Minecraft. Think of it. You could have an iron farm, like I showed over here with the iron. You could have an iron farm that completely fills up auto crafters, and all the iron gets automatically switched into iron blocks. So it fills up with iron, and then boom, it will just automatically make an iron block and go again. On the topic of iron, something that I tested and I forgot to show you, if we go ahead and grab a little bit of iron right here, set this up over here, let's say we had a hopper, autocrafter, hopper situation like this. If we fill up the bottom with poppies, if you put poppies into the thing, the poppies won't stay in it because they're going to go straight through here. And to show you that they're going straight through, if we just fill this up with singles, and then we put in, let's say, 8 with our iron, the poppies are going to go straight down, and then the iron is going to fill up our crafter. And then you can go ahead and activate that, and it will just spit out the iron for you. Now, say that you want to be able to automate this crafting process, okay? We can go ahead and automate this completely with this little machine back here. And you're not going to have to worry about it prematurely firing and giving you something that you don't want, such as buttons, pressure plates, ingots, doors, iron bars, slabs, completely depending on what it is that you're actually trying to craft, that is. But if we were to go ahead and take a look right here, since this only goes up to a single of 9, this will work. So let me go ahead and grab out some iron. So let's say that I want this to go ahead and fill all the way up and just give me my iron blocks. By putting this in here, composters will only ever output a max of a signal strength of 9. So the second this fills all the way up, it will fire, and you will only get the iron blocks. Because this can only give out a signal strength of 9, and even if it is all the way filled up, so even if I were to set this to craft slabs, since these 6 output signals like we saw over there, when we put in our oak planks, it's going to set up to craft us our slabs and then automatically activate. So you don't ever have to worry about getting an item that you don't actually want. Now, let's say that we wanted to craft bamboo. So say we have a bamboo farm, okay? All of our bamboo gets run into an automatic crafter, and that automatic crafter turns it into blocks of bamboo. We can then have a separate automatic crafter turn all of our blocks of bamboo that we're automatically crafting into planks. We can then have those automatically get turned into bamboo planks. Why is that not firing? Alright, that was a real weird glitch. But yeah, we can have that automatically get turned into bamboo planks. Oh, you know what? The issue might have been that as it was flowing down, it just kind of, like there's another one there. So you might need to do a little bit of messing around with this to get a single slot mechanism working. You might need like a clock pulsating, because in all actuality, if you have one slot, you don't need this setup. But anyway, say I have my bamboo and it's going into the autocrafter. I'm getting out the planks, or I'm getting out the logs. I can then take those logs and have them immediately run through another autocrafter that goes ahead and crafts me the logs that you saw right here, the block of bamboo. Once I have all of those automatically crafted into the planks real quickly, I can then go ahead and immediately get a setup that's going to craft me chests, and then once I have those chests, I can get a setup that's going to automatically craft me hoppers or doors or something like this. There's so many possibilities to this, and I really hope that you're beginning to see just how crazy this is. This is going to completely revolutionize not just Minecraft, but like storage, for instance. When you have your farms, like an iron farm or gold farm, think of a gold farm. All the golden nuggets, you can automatically craft those into ingots and automatically craft all your ingots into blocks, condensing your storage down to a fraction of the size it would have been otherwise. It's wild. And I'm so excited to see what people in the community like you end up doing with this, because the possibilities are just absolutely endless. Now, like I said, that is the only change in today's beta. The auto crafter has been added, which also I would like to note, the name in game is just crafter. I would like if they add the word auto in front of that. It doesn't need to be, but for like my sake of mind, because I'm gonna no matter what call it an auto crafter. Mojang, if you somehow see this, please call it an auto crafter, just for my sanity. Anyways, please, if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button. I know it's a lot to ask from you, but we did just hit 200 subs for the first time on Monday, so I'm so excited about that too. And I truly love every single one of you that hit that subscribe button. It means the absolute world to me. Anyways, I hope that next week we continue to see even more of these 1.21 features that we saw in Minecraft Live, because I've been antsy all day playing with this crafter. Anyways, this has been Mr. Gaming Aquatic, and I'll see you next time. Peace!